Hello, welcome to the Rotherham United podcast. Thanks for joining us again today. We'll be previewing the upcoming weekend game at home to Wimbledon. Today we've got joiners again, Mick and Danny.
Hello.
Hi, Mick and Danny.
Hello.
We'll be going through the Wimbledon game, what we're to expect from Wimbledon and us, and we'll talk about Tuesday night's results, which they affected, how they affected us, and what they did. And at the end, we've got a very small quiz, which everybody's really excited for. I think we'll all agree.
Yippee.
So we'll go on last night's results first, or Tuesday night's results as they affected us. They start with the one which was probably the most obvious.
Coventry Portsmouth.
No, that's not the most obvious, is it?
Why?
What I mean is most obvious result.
Wickham.
You thought Wickham were guaranteed to lose.
Yes.
How about Peterborough beating second bottom at league 4-0? Was that the most
I thought
predictable?
you meant that were good for us. That's not good for us.
When I said the most obvious result, Peterborough beating Southend was, I think, what everybody expected.
Yes.
From last night.
Definitely.
Doesn't help us, but at the same time, now we've got 2 games in hand to Peterborough, which for me is great news.
They made heavy weather of it, though, didn't they? It's 0-0 at half time. They couldn't even manage a first half goal, Peterborough.
No.
But there you go. Anyway.
You say, yeah, that's true. But the thing is that look at Southend. Teams that are down there, what tends to happen is, of course we've been down there a lot and we realise, is that they'll start off, they might go 45 minutes, hold them off, and as soon as that first goal goes in, boom, heads down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I assume that's what's happened to them. The good news, the really, really, really good news is...
Ipswich.
No.
Okay.
Ivan Toney's got a 2-game ban.
Has he?
Yeah.
Why is that?
10 yellow cards. Which means he's Nasser Smith for 2 games.
That's good.
And he's the main one that gets all their goals.
I did not know.
That's really good news for us.
What have we got in the next 2 games?
Well, we'll do a preview of the weekend's game at end as well. I ain't not that far yet.
Away at Fleetwood.
Cheers. Oh yeah, I did see that. Thanks, Danny. The other one, the next result, which again not very positive for us, or positive at the same time. Coventry beating Pompey. Up until the 84th minute of that game, it looked like almost a perfect night for us. Wickham were losing, they were drawing.
Yeah, and to be fair, that Coventry game, there was very little happening in the game. I watched looking at the in-play stats on that game, and it was dead, or it appeared to be dead. I didn't watch it. I'm sure some people did, and maybe they'll be able to correct me if I'm wrong. However, it looked like just a dead game. Yeah. But then, obviously, 6 minutes before the perfect result for us, they got a goal. But having said that, you're looking at the league table now, and it kind of puts Pompey at not kind of. It puts them at quite a disadvantage, really. It drops them back a little bit.
I'm looking at league table if everyone's games in hand. If everyone's game in hand got 2 points. And also Coventry were top with 4 points clear of third.
I assume that's in front of Peterborough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's been... Yeah, the thing is with this league, it's suddenly taken off and to everybody's been winning.
Yeah.
I listened to another podcast as a Pompey fan on it, and he basically said that a month ago, Pompey were 6 points off top with 2 games in hand, and before Tuesday they were still 6 points off top with 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
And they were 6 away.
9 wins in a row.
And yeah, exactly. And it just shows how much everybody has just sort of got on it in this division.
Yeah, and nobody's blinking at the moment, are they?
No.
So hopefully Pompey have started that process on Tuesday night. Coventry are going to be the ones to watch, I think.
Yeah. Our game against them is massive.
The game one's huge, isn't it?
Oh, that one where they've given us 800 tickets.
It's Tuesday night, isn't it, though?
Is that what the gear is? 800?
800.
I'm sure the gear's more if we sell it out, but it's only 15 quid and all. It's reasonably priced and all.
I'll go, but I'm in Amsterdam.
Oh, it's a shame for you.
That's far let everyone know.
And the last result on Tuesday, which affects us, was
Ipswich.
second to last one then. Wickham. It's not in the second to last one. I haven't mentioned Sunderland yet either.
Yeah, well, they've been.
Wickham losing at home to Fleetwood.
Good result.
Which is a really, really good result for us.
10-man Fleetwood.
10-man Fleetwood, yeah. Did you hear about Joey Barton whinging about referees? The referees are a disgrace, apparently.
Right.
They are.
Joey,
no. Mr. Adcock.
Mr. Adcock and people like that. I had a real scare earlier. I tried looking at referees for this weekend, and I clicked on the wrong game, and the game I clicked on had the referee. I thought for a moment the guy who refereed the game against Hull was refereeing at the weekend.
Never.
It's not. It's like, it's fine.
Thank God.
I just clicked on the wrong one.
Who was refereeing? Who was that?
This weekend there's somebody called Michael Salisbury. The last time he refed us at home, we beat Wimbledon 2-0.
Graham Salisbury's
Wimbledon.
brother, is it?
Madness.
I don't know, actually. I didn't say. I just Googled them, and that's last time I did it at home, anyway.
Is it related to the idiot Graham Salisbury?
I don't know.
That question already.
You did ask that.
I know I have nobody answered me, so I thought I'd ask it again.
I don't know.
We still don't know.
Okay. Is he related to?
Sunderland winning on Tuesday as well. Again, that's probably as expected as the Peterborough result, 3-0 at home to Rochdale. And then the last one, Ipswich away to
Wimbledon,
who we play on Saturday. And that's a 0-0 result, which again sort of sums up Ipswich month, really, doesn't it? They're seventh.
They were top
almost
2
cut
weeks
adrift,
ago.
aren't they?
The top 2 weeks ago. Now we're 7 points clear. We're game in hand.
Exactly. And then we put with people like Portsmouth and Sunderland picking up wins and points a lot. If they don't start picking up wins, they're going to get cut adrift at playoff places. Yeah. So it's going to be a really important time for them. It realistically, bear in mind we're all at top of the league. It's as good a Tuesday night as we could have wished for. Realistically,
yeah,
I guess so. Obviously, you want we want everybody to lose, including both Coventry and Portsmouth to lose in the same game. But you're right. We're going to expect at least one team to come with us if we're going to carry on.
So I did some research before I started, looking at what type of points do you need to go up.
I looked at that. In Champions, in the past few years, I got about 85.
The average points needed to go up is 88 points. That's for second place.
88 for second?
80 for,
it must be 95 then.
But that is for a 46-game season.
Right,
and
so
we've
you
only
can
got
cut
44.
5 points, 5 points.
Based on the average, we need 84 points. Taking off the average points for 2 games
so
lost.
We need another 28.
We need another 28 points.
On 12 games.
From 12 games to get the average.
Yeah.
Which is always a good place to start in it. It's like when you're trying to stay up 50 points, there's always that magic point. And of course, with 2 games lost, we need 28 points realistically from 15 games, 14 games.
14 games, yeah.
That's doable.
It's definitely doable. I did a count up earlier of the game. I was quite generous in terms of playing Pompey. I give us draws and losses and things like that. We'd get 27 points. I would be generous to other teams.
Yeah.
So it's definitely doable. I'd bear in mind we're 1 point ahead of Peterborough with 2 games in hand, and Coventry are 2 behind with a game in hand. So everybody else needs more points than we do, obviously.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works. But yeah, so I thought it was interesting to keep an eye on that 28-point mark and see how it goes really over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
It's a good
5 after Saturday, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, like we said, that's probably as good a Tuesday night as we could have expected. Obviously, you can hope for more, but I think it's probably what we expected, really.
Yeah, I think pretty much all the games, as we've said, went the way you would have expected them to do, other than the Wickham game. But
I tipped Fleetwood, sorry.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't think that they were going to win because I saw stats Wickham at home to Bristol Rovers and they got battered.
Yeah.
Wickham, that is.
Yeah.
And we know Fleetwood aren't a bad side, are they? So.
Well, yeah, exactly. When we played at our place, they gave us a game. I know we were, mostly injured, but they did give us a game. So, anything else you want to talk about on the midweek fixtures? Well, Saturday fixtures, because we did, that they happened as well.
Not really.
No, I think
we've done the Saturday fixtures, haven't we?
Yeah, we covered the Saturday fixtures in the last podcast, didn't we?
Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, we'll go on to the game at the weekend. We've not seen any sort of injury news from our side. Obviously, it's Wednesday, so when we're recording, so you tend not to get any news until tomorrow.
I don't believe there's going to be any injuries.
You'd be surprised, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We tend to be.
Yeah, I would hope that. I would suspect he might freshen it up a little bit. Perhaps. I don't know. But we'll see. It's one of those games, isn't it? We've battled hard through January, back into December, January, and into February, playing some really good sides, all up at the top there, battling hard, getting results in every single game bar the one at Peterborough when, as we've already discussed, we were unlucky. So then we come across a team that, really could do better, should do better, but are 4th bottom, 5th bottom, whatever it is, just outside the relegation places. Not particularly in any danger, like we discussed. But is this going to be one of those games where all of a sudden we just sort of relax.
Back to that September, October time we
Yeah.
can break people down. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
possibly.
think that'll happen though.
I hope you're right. But
It can't happen.
when we played traditionally, when we played games like this in the past, the crowd tends to be a little bit sort of expectant.
Yeah.
That it's just going to be a straightforward win, and then that perhaps knocks on to the players.
Which it should be though.
I was about to say, you can understand, we're top at league, we're playing fourth bottom, whatever.
Yeah. It's not a criticism in that sense.
Yeah.
It can and has in the past had a bit of a knock-on effect with the performances of the players. Don't know whether that's going to happen this time. Hope not. I think with the way one is running the show. Say again?
I'd be amazed.
Yeah, I'll be surprised. I think they'll be very professional and hopefully steamroller them.
Yeah, well, some of the we're talking, saying about going back to them with September, October, where we struggled to break teams down. We're a miles better team with many more weapons. Back in September, October, we didn't really have a benefit. Barlaser weren't cooking. Crooks were just starting to get going. Vassell weren't scoring. Smith had a poor start as well.
Yeah,
we look like a completely different team, don't we? Really?
Yeah, we do.
We
do
almost are a
definitely.
completely different team.
Without a doubt.
If looking at what Wimbledon have got, well, where they are, just sort of break down their stats and stuff. As we said, they sit fourth bottom, but they are 6 points clear of relegation zone at the same number of games. So you would expect them to be clear and safe, but you just don't know. Their away record is terrible. They've got the second worst record in the division, ahead of
Southend.
Bolton.
Bolton have played
Go on.
10, I think. Drawn 1, lost 1. Drawn 1, won 1, lost 8. Or
Of the last 10?
Or they've played 12, won 1, drew 1, lost 10. It's one of them two.
Of the last 10 or 12?
10 or 12, that's what I'm saying. I don't know which
Of the
one.
last 12 games?
All season.
They haven't played 12 games all season?
Yeah, they have.
Away? Oh, sorry, away.
Obviously. Jesus.
Near the end of the season, how can they play 12 games?
Away.
Oh, right, I get you. But yeah, that just shows, bearing in mind Bolton, the situation they're in, that gives you an idea how poor Wimbledon are. They've only had 2 away wins all season. One was Southend, who were worse. Well, probably the worst team in the division on the bottom, but Southend are the worst team in the division. Yeah. And they also beat Bristol Rovers when Bristol Rovers were in good form, but that were Boxing Day.
Early doors, yeah. Early-ish doors.
Yeah.
And I think one draw as well.
Yeah, they got 7 points overall, so yeah.
So, I mean, that's a shocking away record.
Awful.
And I noticed a lot of 2-1s as well throughout that run. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, they have got a shocking away record. We've got a fantastic home record.
Well,
certainly over the last 6-7 games. So I just don't want us to sit back and think it's a walk in the park.
No, I don't think we will.
We're not going to. You keep saying that.
I know I do. I know.
That's the worry. We're warriors.
It's not going to happen.
I'll ring Warney tomorrow just to tell him that not to let that happen.
It's not going to happen.
Just on our home form, last six home games, 5 wins, 1 draw. There's only one team in the country with a better home form at the minute, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who've won all of them, obviously.
Yeah.
So it just shows how much form we're in at the minute. There's a couple of teams on 16 with us in League 2.
Portsmouth.
Swindon are in as well, and I think Brentford maybe in Championship as well. I mean, in the country.
Yeah.
So it just shows how well we're doing at minute overall, obviously, but then particularly we've got back on that home form.
Yeah.
Where it needs to be. We're slowly climbing up that home form table, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Which is where we need to be.
We said that sort of just before Christmas, on the run up to Christmas, that if we can get our home form right, then we're going to be a major force, and that's proved to be the case, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's always going to be because of how good our away form was. Yeah. If the away form were average and we started off the same way we did home, we'd be not trouble. But obviously we won last week. That now best away team in division, which is no surprise really. Just again on Wimbledon, they come having lost their top scorer in January. Marcus Force scored 11 before January, but then he got injured, so he's now out.
Okay.
Their other top scorer's only got 6.
Right.
Nobody else has got more than 3, I think, other than that. Right. So they've not got many goals in them at all, which points to a lot of 2-1s.
Yeah.
Because they've not got any goals in there. Obviously, Lammy's on loan but can't play.
Play,
which is good. And they do have one ex-Miller, and remember Anthony Wordsworth.
Yes,
I remember
number
him.
7.
I don't think we were number 7.
was.
He were on loan.
No, he weren't. He was right winger, weren't
I think we were left wing. He scored a free kick at Bolton
he? Yeah,
when we lost.
he were crap.
We had him on loan for like 2 months under Evans. He was one of them championship signs under Evans where...
Thompson were better than him.
Which Thompson?
The current Thompson.
The right back was better than the left winger.
Yeah, but like better technician.
Okay.
I've been told off by one of my mates for
Have you?
being harsh on Thompson.
Have you really?
Yes,
Good. I'm glad. It's not as bad as what you think.
he is.
But it's better than Anthony Wordsworth.
Yes.
I'm just pleased somebody's listening to it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Wimbledon's last home win, the last win at all, was actually against Peterborough. Last team to beat Peterborough, Wimbledon. The game before, I think, we beat Wickham 4-0.
Jesus.
I know. You wouldn't have thought that. With Wimbledon being the way they are. And I said, referee from Salisbury. He has.
Is that Graham Salisbury's brother?
Shut up.
It could be. I don't know. That were childish. But yeah, that's sort of what we're looking at there. One last thing on them is their away form. They've only got 4 points in the last 6 away games. So again, their away form's terrible. And then 5 points in the last 6 games overall. So they really, really are poor in form.
Yeah.
We've got to get 3 points.
Oh yeah.
So let's see how it pans out on Saturday.
So if we move on to, well, not move on, we'll move on to predictions for Saturday. First off, we'll do sort of team lineups prediction, what we expect. Good, Danny first. So I'm not asked Danny what you expect the team to be. I'm going to ask you what you want the team to be, because I know what you want.
But I want it.
Yeah.
I'll give you my expected, and then I'll swap it out for what I want.
Okay.
I've got to write it down on a piece of paper.
Very professional. Well done, mate.
Goalkeeper Iverson,
Shock.
and I'd rather stay that way. I've gone with a change in left back. I've got Matic coming back in,
That makes sense.
and I think I'd agree with that. I've got Hickwin Wood at back, obviously, which I want, and I've got Thompson at left back.
Right back.
I'd rather have Ola Sunday for obvious reasons. Got Barlaser and Crooks in middle. Wouldn't argue with that. Adelican and Ogbene on wing.
Yep.
Wouldn't argue with that. I've got Smith and Ladapo to go up top.
Ladapo.
I can argue a case for either. I'd probably prefer Vassell, but I think Ladapo is going to start.
Possibly, yeah. I think Ladapo's, when he's come on last few weeks, has been really good. As an impact player, done really well. I thought Lincoln, he put himself about, obviously. Burton scored. Go on,
Deserved a
mate.
shot.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Told you.
I personally would not play Ladapo.
I wouldn't, but I think he will. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you might be right. I suspect if Matic is fit, he will come back in. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't really see as it makes a massive amount of difference. You know, if he swaps a player here or there, he might play Karoma instead of Delican. I don't know. May do, may not. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not being very entertaining here, am I? In any way. Thank you.
All right,
I will
cool.
shut up because
All right.
I've got no idea.
See you later.
So then we'll go on to score predictions. Nice and neat. This one's a very quick one. Just now score predictions. Mick.
2-1.
2-1. Because they've had loads of 2-1s.
Absolutely.
Is that where your money's going?
I like a bit of stats. No, I'm not putting any money on it.
3-0.
I'm going to say 3-0. I think once first goes in, we'll be fine.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I think it might be a lot like the Bristol Rovers game. Tough for it to start with.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get that first goal, I think they'll sort of crumble a bit. So hopefully at least one of them's right. So then we'll move on to what to expect other games this weekend. Who everybody else around us is playing. There's 2 really obvious ones which you'd expect comfortable wins for our rivals. First of all, Wickham go to Bolton. With Bolton having the season they are, you expect
Should be winning that.
Yeah, whoever goes to Bolton, you will just expect them to win.
Yeah.
And then the other one would be Coventry going to Southend. Again, Southend really, really poor. Coventry decent. I don't know what their away form's like, Coventry.
It's not brilliant, but
6 matches, top of the league.
oh, okay. So yeah, it's decent.
Won 4, drawn 1, lost 1. Scored 12.
They're about
against.
even money on betting sides, Coventry.
At Southend?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, I am as well.
But those
Some value in that.
yeah, I'd say so. Those are the 2 real obvious ones which you'd expect comfortable wins. Then we go Fleetwood at home to Peterborough. So we're praying that Fleetwood does another favour
Tony out as well. As
Tony
you
out.
mentioned.
They look unstoppable at the minute, Peterborough, but that will always end like
Yes,
it
it
does
will.
like it does every team.
Yeah.
So it's much a matter of and because they find themselves 2 games in hand, it really doesn't help them. The fact that, as stupid as it sounds, that they've played so many games.
Yeah, absolutely. The Fleetwood might do us a favour. They might well do.
That
we'll
win at Wycombe with their 3rd in a row,
Yeah,
so they're finding a bit of form.
Yeah.
and don't forget where they were prior to Christmas, as we discussed in
Mm.
last podcast as well.
Yeah.
They're clearly not a bad side.
No,
So we'll see. We did say that Peterborough's bubble will burst sooner or later, and
yeah.
that's just the kind of club that they are, isn't it?
And it's not necessarily. It's not. Well, it's the sort of club they are, but it's also sort of manager Ferguson is and all.
Yeah.
He's very rarely somebody that can sort of stick it out. Even when he went up with Donny in League 2, they were miles ahead at top of league, and they somehow managed to finish 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah.
When they were so far ahead, it were unreal.
Yeah.
So that's just. Well, he's not like his dad, where his dad were the king at finishing things off, and he's just not, is he, at all?
No.
Next one worth mentioning is Ipswich at home to Burton. Ipswich still sort of worth mentioning for the moment.
I think they'll have a tough game against Burton.
Yeah,
I think Burton might win that one.
it's going to be really tough for that. When we played Burton last week, the other week, they were excellent, weren't
A
they?
lot better than Ipswich were.
Oh, loads better than Ipswich. With form there on, you'd expect that from, well, you'd expect Burton to win just because of Ipswich poor form, but you never know. Next one, Sunderland away at Oxford.
That's a good.
Yeah.
I hope for a draw with that one.
Well, Oxford have just fell out. Picked 45 points, Oxford, and they played 1 less game than us.
Down to 10th.
I think when we played them, it were like
We overtook them.
top of the league.
I don't think they were top, but we overtook them.
No, it weren't. But if they'd have won, I think they'd
Yeah,
have
they
been
would.
top.
Yeah, exactly. So it's unbelievable how they've fallen. But that's we talked about Peterborough being typical them. It's typical Carl Robinson.
Such a shame for Carl.
Your mate Carl.
I really feel for him.
I just don't feel the sincerity in that.
No, I do. No, it's such a lovely lad.
Pompey, the next one. Pompey at home to Shrewsbury. Portsmouth not lost at home this season,
Should win that.
so he's not seen much past the Shrewsbury win there. Shrewsbury are a bit like Wimbledon, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, Shrewsbury defeat, not Shrewsbury win.
That's what I meant.
I could see. I'd like to not be able to see past a Shrewsbury win there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
You never know. These runs end, and Portsmouth have not lost at home all season. They're probably going to lose at some point.
yeah, they will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
But like I said, because that win, that defeat for Portsmouth really, really helped us
Yes.
in
Yes,
week.
definitely.
Because they were on the charge, weren't they? I know actually Coventry's way form and everything is good, but Pompey felt like the team that were on the move at the time, and thankfully that's died off a bit. I think that's all we've got for the preview part of the
so,
show.
yeah.
Any other?
We're getting to the quiz.
We are going to get to the quiz, which is obviously exciting for everybody involved. There was an intro music, but I didn't bring it. So
That's nice.
Nice one.
Yeah. Tease you for next week, next time we do one. So we're going to do a quiz on us against Wimbledon. Sort of games in the past and incidents in the past. There's 5 questions, and we've got a tiebreaker at the end, just in case we need one.
How? When there's 5?
You could get all 5 right, and he could get all 5 right.
Okay.
Okay, cool, bro. So what we're going to do is I'll
That's a good point.
ask the question, and then they're going to write it down, then read it out, so we know that they're not cheating.
Not writing the question out.
No, you're not going to write the question out because that'll take forever. I've already written the questions out.
This is a real good audio experience for people who are listening. Then, won't it? I imagine.
Well, they get to answer the questions.
Millwall Fulham's 1-1 already. Sorry.
I mean, this is not a live podcast, so that doesn't really help anybody. So we'll get on with the quiz to start with. So question 1. Rotherham's first win against AFC Wimbledon was at a 1-0 win, Don Valley 2011. Which Brentford loanee scored the goal? Yeah, no.
Wow, that's a toughie.
I did say
That is a toughie.
the first one's probably the most difficult.
I was Googling ex-Wimbledon grounds, players who play for Wimbledon and Rotherham and everything.
Well, really?
Yeah, well, it doesn't really help, does it?
Was he playing for Brentford at that time?
It was on loan
They're
from
playing
Brentford.
for
at the
us,
time.
obviously.
Yeah, he was definitely playing for us, scoring against Wimbledon.
Okay.
It was like
Do I have a position?
I think left midfield. Well, yeah, I'll say it was at Don Valley in 2011. That one. So I think Danny's nearly written down an answer. So we're ready. Are we ready? Right. So we'll go Danny first. So have you got
Derek Holmes.
Derek Holmes. It's not Derek Holmes.
Okay. I didn't think it
Also,
was.
you asked me what position Derek Holmes was a striker.
What other one then? Other Derek Holmes.
Ricky Holmes?
No, there were two Derek Holmes, I'm sure there were.
Was there? All right. Mick, what you were going for?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. He didn't play for us. It's Sam Wood.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, of
I
course.
can't
You don't remember Sam Wood?
Yeah.
Ginger.
He was quite a good player.
Ginger.
No, he was quite small and
No,
thingy.
don't
Anyway, I did say that's the most difficult one. Next one, you should get this one. Our last win at home to Wimbledon was 2 years ago when the referee Graham Salisbury's brother, refed us.
Yeah.
February 2008, so 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago, we won 2-0. David Ball scored the first goal. Which current player scored the second goal? So he does play for us still.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm certain. Make this one first for you.
I've gone for Richard Wood.
It's not Richard Wood.
I've gone for Michael Smith.
Michael Smith.
Danny.
Danny, that was too loud.
Sorry.
So Danny's
I
got
got
one.
excited.
Danny's got one.
Danny's 1-0.
I saw it on Twitter earlier.
Did you?
Yeah, on that on this day thing. It weren't earlier, it was over a week, I think.
I'm going to say it weren't today. So that's
Sorry
one for Danny.
Sorry for the listeners about that.
Yeah, you should be sorry. Question 3. The last time we beat the old Wimbledon was in December 2003 at the National Hockey Stadium in Milton Keynes. National Hockey Stadium.
Right.
Very exciting. Hang on, I've lost where I am. How many players that played that day are still at the club?
Rotherham.
Yes. Because Rotherham players. How many players that played on the day for Rotherham are still at Rotherham? You can give me the names, but you're not going to get extra points for it. You just get the number of people who
If I
played.
give names, can I just get some credit?
You get credit, but you're not getting a point.
I don't know. I've just had a bit of an educational guess.
What's your educational guess?
2.
2? What you said?
2.
It's 2.
Ronnie Moore and Richie Barker.
No.
Okay.
Paul Warren and Richie Barker.
That's what I meant.
I thought you were all going to say Rob Scott as well, but Rob Scott didn't play.
I meant Paul Warren.
I always get them two mixed
You
up.
do, yeah. It's fine. You don't lose any points.
Did I
That
get
one,
another
Danny.
point?
No.
Right, okay.
Question 4. In October 2002, Rotherham lost to the old Wimbledon at Selhurst Park. What was special about that game?
Selhurst Park is Crystal Palace's ground.
They used a ground share.
Okay. What was special about it?
What was special about
And what
that
was it?
game?
0-0.
We lost 2-1.
That's 2-1.
Yeah, October 2002. Lost 2-1. Something special. If you can sort of write down a question
Michael's
quickly.
going to have
I've got it. I know. I think I know what this is.
We might set up a tiebreaker then, because I think she'll get the last one as well.
Oh wow!
It's exciting. It's all exciting stuff. We'll be there in a minute, guys. Sorry about everybody waiting.
Because I can't remember it, can I give 2 answers? Because I've got two answers.
Right. Well, I'll ask Dad what his answer is.
Right.
Have you written both yours down so you can't see
one,
on
but
cheat?
I've got what? Can I say the one?
So
that's in my head?
you go first then.
Right, I've either got a team was reduced to 8 players.
No.
2 or more penalties
No.
were missed. Right.
I think it's the last game that Wimbledon played.
No, I thought you'd have got this one.
Oh, Michael.
Okay.
This was the record for the lowest crowd ever at the second tier
Of
level.
course it was. Yes.
How many people?
I can't give you that just in case.
800 and some, I think.
800 and something, yeah. That's what you'll get for the minute.
Wow.
I know.
Next
Still stands.
question's going to be the nearest one, isn't it?
This one,
That's the tiebreaker question.
that counts towards a tiebreaker. This last question, there's 3 points up for it.
3.
3 points up for this one.
You can win off of this.
Yes.
I'm winning though.
Okay.
That's not fair.
If you get this right, all right, you can't beat you.
No,
Do you understand
right,
maths
yeah,
works?
okay.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, we've only lost to AFC Wimbledon once. That was 2 seasons ago. We lost 3-1 at Wimbledon. There are only 3 players who played in that game that are still left at the club. Who are they? I'll give you a clue. That Wiles was on the bench but didn't play.
Right.
So of the subs, the starting 11 and subs, there were 3 left at the club. And you get a point for each.
Right. Have you finished writing, Daniels?
No, he's still writing.
Oh my life.
I'll finish writing.
Right, so we'll go one at a time, and then you can tick off what you got. So, Dad, Nick, what you got first?
Joe Mattock.
Joe
I've got
Mattock is
that
1. You got that as well, Brill. Danny?
Michael Smith.
No.
Oh.
So if you get both these, Dad, and he
Now
gets
he's got
Mick.
Michael Smith.
Michael Smith.
Oh no!
And Richard Wood.
And Richard Wood.
I win.
Danny wins.
Richard Wood.
The other one, last one was.
Wait.
You got to be quick because
We get one more. He gets a guess at it.
Go on,
If he
we'll
gets it
we'll
right,
give
he
one
gets
more
a
guess
point,
each.
And then
One more guess
Yeah.
each. So Danny, you go first.
I'm going to say,
Yeah.
is he in the current lineup / on the bench?
He
No.
still plays for the club. You've had plenty of clues.
No, okay. Hekwe.
Ekwe.
Very good. Well
Thank
done. I
you.
wouldn't have got that.
You wouldn't have got it, so Danny wins 5-3.
Well done.
Thank you
Congratulations.
for playing.
I'm very.
I got all 5 right.
I'm very
5
pleased with you.
points.
You got 5 points, you didn't get all 5 right.
Same thing.
You got one wrong.
I got 2 wrong.
834, by the way.
No, it wasn't. It was 849.
I got 2.
Would you like a tiebreaker question?
Yes.
15 out.
Because it's also quite interesting, just in case anybody's playing at home. Then they might need a tiebreaker
Yeah, yeah.
question. After the record-breaking low crowd at that game in Wimbledon in October 2002, the teams met again 1 week later in the Worthington Cup at the time, what it was called at the time. What was the combined attendance for both games and nearest wins? Bear in mind, you know the first one was 849.
What year was this?
2002. Why would that count towards your guess?
No one knows. That was the lowest tier in 2nd division football.
In second tier football, but but the second game was in the Worthington Cup,
So it could be lower.
which we did win. I'll point out,
It could be lower.
it could be lower.
I'm going to have to change mine then.
Why would the Worthington Cup be higher? Okay, ready? No.
Yes.
Right, Mick.
I've got this completely wrong, I think. 2,100.
I went originally with 1,976, but I changed it
Yeah.
to 1,672.
1,513. There was 664 for the cup
At
game.
Sellers Park again.
At Sellers Park again, yeah. We played each other on 2 Tuesday nights in a row away
Wow.
at Wimbledon. It was ridiculous.
Can I just say how very, very, very interesting that was?
Did you
Not
think it
at
were
all.
interesting?
The tiebreaker wasn't, though.
Tiebreaker wasn't interesting.
No, it was.
It was
Kinda.
kinda.
Wimbledon
Yeah,
also
it was.
Wimbledon also hold the record for the lowest attendance in Premier League history as well.
Yes.
Can I
That's
have
the
that
point.
trophy now, please?
Yeah, you can have the trophy, mate. Here you go.
That's
Congratulations.
a mouse.
Well, we ain't got a trophy. So well done,
Thank you,
Danny.
everybody. That one goes out. Can I have a speech?
If you
Not
keep
really,
it
no.
short,
That one goes out to Mr. RUFC. You know who you are.
It was Mr. IFC. Is that your
My
mate?
mate.
Well, he
Is
knows
that your
who he
mate who
is.
told you to stop?
It's called Mr. RUFC. so-
Is he changed his name by default? Or?
Is that his real name?
We don't ask him that question because he gets mad.
Okay.
Okay, and that's interesting.
Is
What
that
is
your real
listening?
name?
As long as he's green your grief about the John Thompson grief, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, cool. So that's all we've got time for. We might do. We'll see what we'll come again on next week, Sunday, Monday.
Sunday.
Do you want to? Is there anything from outside the world of Rotherham United football-wise that you can think of from this week that anybody wants to just discuss at all? I've got something.
Yeah,
that
go for
I really found very, very, very funny.
Go on then.
I don't know whether you've seen this about Bournemouth and their little spat with the Referees Association.
No.
I haven't seen it.
I find it very, very funny.
Just for people listening, what we might introduce is Referee's Corner, and Michael will be in charge of Referee's Corner.
You
One of
don't
the
want to listen to it.
One of the reasons
You
Mick
do not want to listen
started
to
doing this podcast with us is because his wife's got fed up with him complaining about referees. So we've given him a platform to
But this,
complain.
I have to say, on this occasion, John Moss is your man. Apparently, Bournemouth have complained because he was sarcastic to one of their players.
How dare they?
I mean, I'm not making it up. BBC website. have a
They
look
get
at
enough
it.
stick anyway, referees.
But I mean, the players treat referees like they're absolute dirt.
She's
I appreciate they don't make the right decision most of the time, or
Jonathan
most of the
Moss
time.
does.
However, just let this sink in. He was sarcastic to us. I don't know what he said, but I mean, come on,
It's like Eddie Howe's little boy, though, isn't it? I don't imagine he texts.
dodgy.
He's not dodgy. He thinks Eddie
don't think
Howe's dodgy.
I don't think it's dodgy. I just think it's, you know.
He's not dodgy.
Not sure about him. Anyway, I just found it quite amusing. I appreciate. I've probably not sold it very well or made it sound particularly funny.
You
I
haven't.
just found it amusing.
I did see the headline. I ain't read it. I did see the headline. Now you mentioned.
I've seen a poll on Twitter about should refs give it back to players or not. I'm assuming that's because of that.
I assume it would be.
Oh, is the one? Oh, well, she'll find that out.
It was
and I shall vote for
52%.
yes.
52. I voted yes.
Yes.
It was 52% no, 48% yes. So a very close poll.
Mm.
48% of people think that referees shouldn't give it back.
No, 52.
52?
Yes.
Wowzers.
People think that they're the people that don't like it when police get annoyed when they try and wind it police up, though, aren't they?
I just...
Let's not get into this conversation because we're trying to
anyway,
appeal
I
to
apologise.
wider people of.
To bring it back to Rotherham, on
Things.
polls, we ran a poll the other day about, because we talked on Monday about how we'd like to go, if we could like to go up. We put up some polls out, and most people, I think over 50% want us to win league.
Good. That's how it should be.
20% were happy just to finish second. Something like 15% said they were happy to finish in the playoffs. And 2 people said they would prefer not to go up. Those 2 people have been identified.
Wayne.
One's a Sheffield Wednesday fan.
Wayne.
One's a Leeds fan.
Wayne and Odin.
So they've disappointed the family and themselves, and they're all probably
Their own families.
their own families.
It is them,
It's
isn't it?
nothing more than you would expect from...
Is it our friends?
Yeah, it's my friends. Yeah,
Right.
Wayne and
okay.
Odie.
Yeah.
So I just want to give them a shout out for being dicks.
Do you have to put a parental guidance warning
Explicit. We can if you like.
for
If it
the
makes you
use
feel
of
better.
that language?
You can't
And
say no.
not only that, the fact that you've also mentioned both
Wednesday
Sheffield
and
Wednesday and Leeds
Yeah.
United in a Rotherham United podcast.
Exactly.
Hang on.
So that's what we've got for now. We'll come again on Sunday or Monday when we do a review of the what will hopefully be a Wimbledon win.
Yes.
Um,
No, a win against Wimbledon.
Yeah,
You know what I mean.
Well,
Review of
no,
Wimbledon.
hang on.
Yeah,
let's
let's
not
get
get too clever with a genie.
With the what?
Genie.
Genie. Okay.
Making wishes for Wimbledon win and all that. Bollocks.
Okay.
language.
So just one person swore me, don't mean you can pile it in.
Sorry.
So yeah, we've got. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. We're at Rotherham United Podcast on Facebook. Twitter's RUFC_pod. The email is email@rufcpodcast.co.uk, which I got right this time.
Well done.
Wherever you listen to us, give us a rating and a comment and a share. Let us know what you think about what we've done. If you enjoyed the quiz, let us know. We'll do another one of them if people like it. We get a trophy for one of the winners next time, which is even more exciting for everybody. And I think that's all we've got for this week. Any more boys?
No, that's everything.
What?
No,
That's
thank
everything.
you. Okay, that's it.
Okay, cool. Right, we'll see you all again soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.